Well, you must be flipping my flapjacks. Look at Tesla, my Tesla stock here today, down around 20% for a good old Tesla stock here today. Oh my goodness, guys. It is a vicious, vicious day out there for all Tesla shareholders. And man, I don't know what to say other than it's a vicious day, okay? And it's not just been a vicious day. It's been a vicious last several days, okay? Let's be very clear about this. I mean, the stock topped out last week around, I think it was just around $500 a share, right? And ever since then, it has been down, down, and down, okay? And now it's under $340 in just about like 5 trading days. Like, that is extreme volatility, needless to say. Check out the market capitalization for Tesla here today. It's lost over $100 billion in market capitalization just in the past 5 trading days. Well over $100 billion. I think it's closer to $150 billion of valuation lost in the stock literally in 5 trading days, okay? Look at that photo on the right. That guy there, that's the guy that he bought at an all-time high for Tesla. He bought the stock at like $500 a share last week, and he's just absolutely devastated in this whole situation right now, right? The 5-day performance in Tesla stock is down well over 30% now for the stock. I mean, if you bought the stock a year ago, year to date, 3 months ago, you're looking pretty. But let's be very clear, if you bought this stock any point in the last 5 days, I mean, you're getting absolutely devastated. And a lot of people piled in this stock very late to the game and very late to the party. And those people, obviously aren't having such a happy time here to start out with if they just started building their position in the past week or two, okay? But why is Tesla stock falling so much, and why is it falling so fast? These are the questions I'm getting from people out there right now. And that's what I want to address in this video here today. I want to answer this for you, okay? You ever seen that movie, The Perfect Storm, with George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg? That movie's probably 15, 20 years old now, okay? They go on this fishing boat and they're out in the middle of the ocean. The perfect storm comes. It almost pretty much takes them out. And basically imagine Tesla stock is that ship right now. It is caught in the middle of the perfect storm to take this stock down so much, so fast, okay? You don't lose $150 billion roughly of market cap that fast, okay? There are 7 reasons why, not just 1 or 2 reasons, 7 reasons why Tesla stock is going down so much and so fast, okay? That's Tesla stock there. It's caught in the big wave, and we're gonna get into these 7 things. It's an ugly situation right now, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, if you don't mind, smash the thumbs up. That helps the YouTube channel out in a massive way. And also, if you're looking for the opportunity to learn directly from me on how to make more money in the stock market while taking less risk in the stock market, fill out the application below. That is the first link in the description down there, okay? Reason number 1 up here of the 7 reasons why the stock is going down so much so fast is the spec people are now starting to sell off heavy, okay? I was telling you guys, I didn't like how all these speculative, traders were getting in the stock over the past month or two. Let's just put it that way, okay? Think about all the people that piled in the stock just speculating because of the stock split in the S&P 500 inclusion that a lot of people thought. So many people bought into the stock just off a short-term basis. They didn't care anything about Tesla's mission, anything about what Tesla was doing long-term, anything about the Tesla numbers. They had no clue about any of this. They were simply buying because they said, Tesla stock's going to go up a bunch in the short term because the stock split's going to happen, and then Tesla's going to get added to the S&P 500, and so therefore stock's going to go up a bunch. And I told you guys this was annoying to me because all it was doing was fabricating short-term numbers for Tesla in terms of its stock price, and it was giving us a false interpretation of what Tesla's real valuation should be and how much we should actually be up on this stock. It does me no pleasure if I'm up an extra $100,000 on Tesla stock because I'm not selling Tesla stock regardless right now. So I would rather have Tesla be at a more realistic valuation than everybody just pile it in because of the short-term crap that, so many traders were getting involved with this stock, okay? The split now is a thing of the past, right? That happened over a week ago now. And it's all over. It's all in the past now, the stock split, okay? In terms of the other big reason why so many people were speculating, so many traders were getting in the stock recently was because, Tesla was going to get added to the S&P 500. Well, guess what? It was announced recently, Tesla will not be added to the S&P 500. Now, the silly thing about this is Tesla will still likely be added to the S&P 500 down the road. Yeah, it's not right now, but keep in mind, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, 12 months from now, it could get added to the S&P 500. So this just shows you how many short-term speculators are in the stock, that the stock would sell off 20% today based upon the news that broke, where basically Tesla is not getting included in the S&P 500. It's sad how much trader money came in the stock and how those traders just treated this stock like it was a casino. It's absolutely, I don't like it. Let's just put it that way. And it's something that annoys me. And and now basically things are coming back to reality. And we'll see when all these, speculative people finally get out of the stock. Was it today we finally flushed them all out, or is it going to take a next, few trading days to get all these people out? We'll see. Basically, we won't know for at least another week or two, if all these people kind of flushed out or not. We'll get to see in the pricing action, okay? Number 2 of 7 reason up here why the stock is selling off so fast and so much is all those people that were like, hey, Tesla stock, man, goes up almost every day. Let me buy some because it's such easy money to make in the stock market. I mean, look at that Tesla stock. It just goes up all the time. Let's look at a chart of Tesla stock over the past 6 months, okay? What are you going to see? Tesla stock was almost up in a straight line, right? It took a couple breathers along the way, but it was almost up in a straight line. I mean, this stock on a split adjusted basis, this stock went from like $100 a share to $500 a share in about a 5-month span, right? 5-6 months. And you have, Tesla's the most popular stock in the stock market, let's be honest, right? And so you have so many people that were on the sideline along the way, or maybe owned some shares, and they saw this price action and they said, dude, this stock goes up almost every day. It's just such easy money. I just have to buy Tesla stock and buy Tesla stock and buy Tesla stock. And what ends up happening when too many people see this and too many people are getting involved and putting in too much money, it creates too much buying pressure on the stock. And when you have too much buying pressure on the stock, what ends up happening, right? The bids get pushed up and pushed up and pushed up, and you don't have as many sellers out there. So the ask continues to get pushed up, and you basically have a stock that just keeps going up, and it starts to become like a self-fulfilling prophecy that, hey, Tesla stock's going up, and a bunch more people buy in, it makes it go up, and then a bunch more people see that, and they say, oh, Tesla stock keeps going up, I gotta buy it. They buy it, and it's just like it keeps going and keeps going like crazy, okay? The flip side can happen when basically there's too much selling pressure on a stock, and guess what happens with that stock price? It goes down and down and down. Let's be honest, everybody's been talking about the stock. Who cares anything about the stock market, right? They've been telling friends, family, bro, buy some Tesla stock, man. It's only going up. You gotta do it. Get some Tesla, my Tesla stock. Mom, buy some Tesla. Come on, it's the best deal ever. You're gonna make some easy money. Santa Claus, buy some Tesla stock. And then all of a sudden, right now, we had the reverse, okay? Somebody pulled out the reverse Uno card and said, okay? And all of a sudden now everybody's saying, hey, sell your Tesla, my Tesla, man. Sell it, okay? Take the profit, run. Remember, these people were speculating in the stock as it was, okay? So now you're having a lot of people just saying, hey, you made a bunch of money, get out, get out, get out, get out. Take the profits, okay? And like I said, I hate when I see this type of activity in a stock I own as a long-term investor, because it's just a bunch of people gambling around money and trying to play, hot potato with it in the short term. It's no fun. I don't like it, but it's what is happening right now, okay? Reason number 3 of 7 why the stock is going down so much so fast. You ever seen the movie Margin Call? It's a wonderful movie, okay? For my stock market nerds, you guys will all love this movie if you've never seen it before. If you're not super into the stock market and business, you might hate the movie, you might think it's boring, but for us that love this type of stuff, it's a wonderful movie, okay? And in Margin Call, what happens, okay? Basically, it's kind of like in the 2008 financial crisis, right? And it's this big, investment bank, and basically they're trying to sell out of all these positions they have that were, highly dangerous positions they had on the housing market, essentially, okay? And because margin calls are coming, and that would have taken down the entire firm, right? Well, you've had a lot of people margin out money to buy Tesla stock because it's been going up so much so fast. So you've had definitely a good amount of investors say, dude, I have to get every dollar I possibly can in Tesla stock, even if it's dollars I don't have. I'm going to margin out money because it just keeps going up, man. And then when all of a sudden you have the reverse happen, you flip, and it starts going down and down and down and down and down. All of a sudden you get a lot of people into a really ugly situations that were margining out money, whether it's funds or individuals in general. It caused forced selling, okay? Forced selling is when you have no option other to sell your position, okay? Keep in mind, there's also stop losses, which is another kind of forced selling situation. But I'm really, speaking about margin. When you get margin calls from your broker, whether you're a big, investment bank or a fund or an individual investor. Let's say you got 50K in Tesla stock and then you margined out another 50K in Tesla stock. Now it's going down a bunch, and all of a sudden you have margin loans coming after you, right? It causes you to force sell the stock. Remember, we talked about if there's too much selling pressure on a stock, it makes it go down and down and down. That's the situation we have right now. Margin calls and stop losses to longs, meaning people that are, invest in the stock for the long term or just invest in the stock, planning on it going up. It's basically what forced short covering is to short sellers, right? If we look at what has happened with Tesla stock over the last 5 months or so, right? The stock just kept going up and up and up. And if you were short selling Tesla stock, right, you kept having to be forced to cover your position. And it gets really ugly really fast because basically your broker is saying, hey man, this stock just keeps going up. You're not meeting your basically margin requirements, and we need you to cover your short position. And when you cover your short position, you have to buy the stock, okay? And when you buy the stock, guess what that creates? It creates more buying pressure on the stock, right? And maybe you had a stop loss of some kind on your short position, which most people that take out short positions on stocks, they have stop losses in there. And if their stop losses are hit, they have to cover their shares. They have to buy back their shares. It causes more buying pressure on the stock, okay? It gets into a really ugly situation for anybody that's short selling the stock, and this is why you have short squeezes that cause stocks to go up so fast, okay? Now, margin calls, stop losses, they cause even more margin calls and stop losses, right? Because the stock continues to go down. So you have more and more people selling, you have more and more selling pressure on the stock, you have more sellers and buyers out there. So it just creates this massive snowball rolling down a big mountain, right? Imagine, it's a big avalanche coming, and it's just causing more and more snow to get piled on. It's so bad, man. More margin calls cause more people to sell, more stop losses being hit cause more people to sell, which causes even more people to get margin calls, which causes even more people to get stop losses. And eventually that cycle ends. But man, when it gets ugly fast. And that's how you get Tesla to lose. What did it lose today in terms of market capitalization? It might have lost, 60 to 80 billion dollars of market cap today. That's how you get that to happen, man. You just get that massive avalanche running down the hill the wrong way, okay? Reason number 4 of 7 why this stock is going down so much so fast is the buying hype has slowed down big time on this stock, okay? Let's be honest, there's not a lot of people saying, Tesla stock's a great deal recently. Let's just be completely honest about that. In terms of hype from the company, there's not much recently, right? We have all the things we've had out there and that we're excited about, right? Model S, Model 3, Model X, Model Y. Obviously Cybertruck got shown off last year. We have the second part of the Shanghai Gigafactory getting built out right now, right? We have the Berlin Gigafactory being built out. We have Austin, Texas coming, but all this news has been known for months. So we haven't really had any, earth-shaking great news come out for Tesla, the company, recently that made everybody say, oh, I gotta go buy Tesla stock, right? It's just, all this stuff has been known. Now the company's just executing really well and should for the next several years, right? On top of that, when you think about like the buying hype around the stock, right? I did a video with Andre that was like, we did that video about 24 to 48 hours before Tesla stock started to dive in a massive way, okay? And in that video, I go on to say, it's gonna be dangerous for anyone buying the stock short term, okay? I also said in that video, Tesla is a no touch in my opinion right now, okay? That was literally recorded like 1 to 2 days before Tesla stock started to dive massive. And when you have somebody like myself, come out and say things like that, it's going to cause a lot of people to, kind of look around and be like, not sure I want to buy the stock. And, when Tesla was trading at like a $50 billion market cap at its highs or whatever it was, it gotten out of control. The stock was pricing in at least 5 to 7 years of growth at a $450 billion market cap. It had gotten to a situation where it was just ugly. Let's just put it that way. And that's why I have to get to a situation where I can't like condone people buying the stock. Like obviously, people can make their own decisions out there and do whatever they want. But when it comes to me giving my personal opinion, I basically said this stock's, a no touch. And you have also people like Gally, right? Gally's one of the most respected people when it comes to Tesla stock, right? Last week, he announces he's selling, a portion of his shares to buy a Model Y. I'm super thrilled for him, super happy about that. But just think about what that does to people subliminally when they hear something like that, right? Galileo, one of the biggest believers in the stock, sold a portion of his shares to go and buy a Tesla, which means he valued getting that Model Y more than he valued that, I think it was he sold off, he said like 9 to 10% of his shares, right? And this is one of the most respected people in the internet community around talking about Tesla stock, right? These things are all hitting people subliminally or just directly, and they're thinking about this, and they're hearing things about, like I was saying last week, where it's a no touch, it's a dangerous stock to get involved with short term. Galileo sold some shares. You're just seeing all this, and it's like, yeah, not sure I want to go out there and buy Tesla stock, okay? You had a video I put out 8 days ago, okay? 8 days ago, well, 7 days and 21 hours ago. And I went on to say in that video that the uptrend in Tesla stock would end within 30 days, okay? I don't make a lot of short-term stock price predictions, do I, okay? It's very rare when I do. But when I do, I'm highly confident I will be right, because I hate making any type of short-term stock price predictions, okay? So I was willing to go on record and say Tesla's uptrend in this stock price will end within the next 30 days and it will start going down. And, obviously that has now happened. And then on top of that, I did a video, what was that, a month and a half ago, and I said, if you're thinking, Tesla stock's just going to go to the sky over the next 1 to 2 years, I think you're, sadly mistaken. I expect the stock to not do a heck of a lot. I think it's going to stay in a certain range over the next 1 to 2 years. And it's just going to stay in that range. I think Tesla needs a 1 to 2 year breather with this stock. We'll see if that happens, but that's what I expect with this stock. Sometimes these stocks, they just need breathers, man. They got, Tesla stock went up like crazy. Like, it needs a 1 to 2 year breather on the stock. It could be volatile. It can go up some. It can have some really bad days. It can have some really bad weeks. It can have some good days, some good weeks. But I don't think the stock's going to go a heck of a lot of anywhere over the next 1 to 2 years. I think it's going to kind of stay in a range, okay? Number 5 of 7 reasons why the stock is going down so much so fast is, let's be honest, there are some longs that are taking profits in this stock, okay? Imagine how many people are up thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars on Tesla stock, okay? Some of those people are going to be a little tempted to, guess what, take some profits, okay? In the private group, right? We have, I think it's like 2,600, 2,700 members in there, okay? I can almost guarantee you at least 1,000 to 1,500 of the members in the group actually own some portion of Tesla stock. And most of those individuals are up tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars on their positions, okay? I can almost guarantee you there's some profit taken from some individuals. Some are like, I'm not selling any shares. That's great, okay? You got that portion, but definitely you got another portion that they're like, I'm getting out of the stock completely, or I'm just gonna sell 5%, 10%, 20% of my shares because it has gone up so much, so fast. A lot of people wanna diversify wealth. They wanna buy, do different things. So this stock has been a game changer for so many people out there. I mean, an absolute game changer for people's wealth. And we're not talking about a small amount of people. We're talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of people have, partially had their life changed for the much better because of Tesla stock. Some of them are like, we got to diversify wealth around, okay? Remember we talked about Gali, right? Sold 9 to 10% of his position, I believe, right? To buy that Model Y. How many people were thinking like Galileo over the last week or two, okay? Or if not 3 weeks? A lot of people. I can guarantee you there's a lot of people that are looking at that Tesla gains and saying, man, I would love to go buy a Tesla with some of that money. Or I would love to go buy a house, use some of this money as a down payment. Or I want to go buy some other stocks out there, things like that. I can guarantee you there's a lot of people that are thinking exactly like that. And they're like, I'm going to sell some of my shares out there, take some profits on this, and redeploy the money in something else, okay? It is what happens, okay? It happens with all stocks that go up huge because some of these are game changers. It's just not, when it comes to Tesla stock, it's a whole other level of game changer because how many people, retail investors, got involved with this stock and made crazy money, okay? Reason number 6 of 7 why Tesla stock is going down so much so fast is the Nasdaq is going down so dang fast right now, okay? The Nasdaq all of a sudden went from, the hottest thing out there to the coldest thing out there, okay? The Nasdaq has fallen over 10% in the past 3 trading days. 10% in 3 trading days. Look at Nasdaq today. Nasdaq was down over 4% here today, okay? I mean, that's not a small move. Let's be very clear about this. When you're talking about a 10% plus move in 3 trading days, that is serious. And keep in mind, even if you go back 4 trading days ago, even though the Nasdaq wasn't down that day, a ton of the hot stocks in the Nasdaq were down huge. And so we've had 4 straight trading days now where a ton of those high growth, hot stocks in the Nasdaq are down huge. And once again, the Nasdaq in general is down 10% plus in a matter of 3 days, okay? And what happens when you have the market turn like this is the stocks that went up the most and were benefiting by the Nasdaq going up so much, guess what goes down the most? Those exact same stocks. I've seen this time and time again in the stock market. When the stock market will be super hot, the growth stocks go up way more than all the other stocks, okay? They way outperform to the upside. But man, when you get in a market that all of a sudden starts to downtrend in a major way, those are the stocks that start getting hit 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%, okay? It's not Coca-Cola and Pepsi that are going up, and doubling up in price in a hot market. No, okay? And guess what? It's not Coca-Cola and Pepsi that are going down 50%, 60%, 70% in a down market, okay? It's the hot growth stocks, okay? And guess what Tesla is? It's one of those super hot growth stocks, and that's why you see the stock in 3 trading days sell off over 30%, okay? That is not normal. There are very few stocks that fall over 30% in 3 trading days. I can assure you of that, okay? Reason number 7 why Tesla stock is selling off so much so fast has to do with big funds, okay? I'm talking about investment funds, hedge funds, ETFs, things like that, okay? A lot of those big funds are forced to sell. A lot of those ETFs are forced to sell, okay? Keep in mind, a lot of these funds and ETFs have rules around them where basically they can't have certain positions be, too big in their portfolios, okay? A lot of them will have like a 10% limit max in terms of position sizing out there. So when you have a stock like Tesla, let's say you had 6% or 7% of your portfolio in an ETF, let's say, or a big fund or something like that in Tesla stock, and then all of a sudden Tesla goes up, it doubles up, triples up. Then all of a sudden Tesla stock could be like 10%, 15%, 20% of your fund, and if no stock's supposed to be bigger than 10% in that fund, what are you forced to do as a big fund? You have to sell. It's not like you'd be like, well, it's Tesla stock, so let's just make a special rule around that. No, if you have a fund or you have an ETF, and it's like our rule is max of 10% of our portfolio in a particular stock or 5%. You have to sell. There's no other way around it. It's like, okay, this stock's too big now in our fund. We have to sell out some shares and redeploy that money elsewhere, okay? And you definitely have some of that going on. Some of those forced sell situations from some of these funds because it just grew to too big of positions, okay? On top of that, you have some funds, ETFs, things like that want to just take some dang profits in this as well. Remember, it's not just about the retail investors looking at the stock and saying, I want to take some profits. There's a lot of other people out there looking at the stock and saying, I want to take some profits. And when I say other people, I'm talking about big funds, fund managers, things like that. They're looking at this, they're like, market cap has gone up like crazy on Tesla stock. Let me take some profits. Let me book some profits. The stock's probably, going to downtrend for a while. It's probably going to, have some heavy selling in it. So let me go ahead, take some profits out of this, redeploy that money elsewhere, or maybe in Tesla stock if it goes down enough, right? Think about things like that, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, let me know if you want me to do a video tomorrow on where I see Tesla stock going next. I could do, that would be kind of a natural follow-up to this video. So let me know if you'd like me to do a video like that. I'll kind of read through the comments and see if you guys are interested in something like that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, if you don't mind, smash a thumbs up. That helps the YouTube channel out in a massive way. And I appreciate each and every one of you that always smash a thumbs up. Also, if you want the opportunity to learn directly from me on how to make more money in the stock market while taking less risk, fill out the application below. That is a first link in the description down there. And if you want the opportunity to be coached directly by one of my millionaire students, you can also fill out the application below. First link in the description. Thank you for watching and have a great day.